I just wanted to come and share. I remember that time. I remember sitting in the shadows. I remember praying and begging for something to change. I remember thinking I deserved more than what I was getting. I never realized it was going to have to come from me. I never realized that I was going to have to make certain choices that scared the shit out of me. I never realized I was going to have to walk away from a job, leave a house. But by making those choices, the new car came, the new house came, the new job came, life got brighter. I was on my way today to that life-changing event, and I stopped for a second because I was like, I don't have to be there till just now. But it was me coming out of the shadows. It was me sitting on the lake and watching probably 25 to 30 dragonflies and going, it's all around me. Luck and abundance, it's all around me. I got that job. I also got a little extra on the backside. It was like icing on the cake. And as I was sitting here earlier, I heard started from the bottom, now we here. It's been 4.5 years. Little more than that, actually. Of me regretting a choice I made, which was to walk away from someone toxic. But then on the backside, seeing my children grow, seeing my son join the military, and doing so well on his testing, he could be someone elite. Knowing that I educated my children, knowing that everything is coming to fruition, all our lives, all of those prayers, the circle of protection, the bubble of light, the sticking to the practices, the pushing myself to do yoga when I didn't want to, the eating healthy foods when I craved greasy foods, the even making videos when I was burnt down and exhausted. But I was living in that world. That one, hi, the shadow. Going, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be heard. I was full of fear. Why can't I be loved? Listening to Lizzo left and right. Are you ready? And I kept going, yes, I'm ready. And then one day I realized there was no Prince Charming. It didn't have to be about love. It didn't have to be about a commitment. Someone to spend my days with. It meant I needed to fix me. I needed to believe in me. I needed to be faced with challenges that were meant to break most people. And if you're ever in that situation, face them. Breathe fire back in the demon's face. Let them know you're not to be toyed with. You are so full of strength and courage. There's so much abundance on the other side of you taking that leap. I moved 2 weeks ago, and I walked away from my job. I kept hearing before that, quit it, you deserve more. Quit it, you deserve more. And I was like, no. Questioned every aspect of it. Quit it, you deserve more. And the more I said no, the harder it became. The more challenges were thrown at me while I bit my tongue off to keep the foul words in my mouth. My body started hurting, my head was aching, I was so drained, but I was working in a sense of allowing people to overuse and abuse me. The situation I left 4.5 years ago. All the while telling myself I deserve more. And like I said, I was told, leave the situation. No. Yes. No. Yes. It took me walking away from a situation and having faith and knowing everything would be okay before the new situation arrived. The new situation arrived, and man, if it ain't just tip-top. There's still daylight when I leave. My schedule doesn't fluctuate. It's working with things that I love. And it had to do with trust. Believe me, I have trust issues. I've had trust issues for so long. But I had to tell myself, I've got to trust in what I believe in. I've never been led astray by trusting in a higher power. I've had to walk away from relationships that broke my heart for leaving because I loved that person with all my heart. But I was guided to do such. I was guided to say, you deserve better. And when I said that, I no longer lived like that. Small. Almost figureless. Faceless. Feeling I had no worth. But in 2 months' time, and some people might be like, man, that's a long time. But just like I've taught my children, everything's temporary. Even if it's a year or 5. In the situation I was in, it was 16. I'm not still there. It wasn't permanent. It was a long, temporary cycle. But everything's temporary. Everything's going to change if you choose to let it change. But you can't go around and keep living in the shadows and doing something that rips you apart, knowing you deserve better. But you got to start with knowing you deserve better and standing on that. Because like I said, walking away from a job, no, I'm not going back there. Didn't answer texts, didn't answer calls, deleted people out of my phone. Done. You don't exist. I have blooped to a new timeline. We're done. I'm not dealing with the toxic devils anymore. And it took perseverance. It took pushing through. It took doing things that tested me, my strength, my courage. And I was like, this is a good in-between, but this is not the permanent scheme. And today that one arose. And it's only getting better and better because I know I deserve it. I know how intelligent I am. A lot of you are so intelligent and you don't give yourselves credit for it. And I'm going to tell you, if you have survived life thus far, you're brilliant. This world is so manipulative. This world is cruel and can be very unkind, but if you look for humanity, you will see it. It will find you and it will rejuvenate you to the sense that you're like, pay it forward. I've seen it. Let me be a part of the solution and not be a part of the problem. Because a lot of people, they're okay being a part of the problem because they profit. But it's off of good souls. Those good souls get drained and drained to where they stay in situations that don't serve them. Find your value. Listen to the words I tell you when I tell you. I'm not just telling you because I'm blowing smoke up your ass. I'm telling you because you are a badass parent. I'm telling you because you are a badass human being. I'm telling you because there's something more to you than what you want to allow the world to see. Because when people see that you're kind, they think that you're soft. No. That's a choice. I read something the other day that said evil can charade as good, but good can never charade as evil. And I was like, spot on. It really can't. I have never been the backstabbing, vindictive, angry, bitter, vengeful person. I've known a lot of them, and I've stepped away from them because karma's like a storm, and if you want to get in the midst of theirs, you will go down with their ship. Best thing you can do is like, I got my car right here, I don't even need to call Uber. We out. And take yourself to a safer place. And when the world begins to fall apart, you don't have to answer back. I don't care if it's blood, I don't care if it's friends, I don't care if it's people you've known your entire life. You don't have to be a part of their chaos. It's okay to cut ties. We're in a new season of life. It's called the one where you respect yourself. It's the one where you love yourself. It's the one where you hold other people to higher standards to even be present in your energy. Because at some point you have to realize who you are. If you stand for a greater good, then you don't need to allow demons to sit at your table. You don't have to have the wicked of heart come in and wish ill upon you and block you left and right from your blessings because you're intermingled in some sort of energy that is not copacetic with your own. Because when it comes down to it, we are the company we keep. Just like my mama used to say, you are the food that you eat. It's funny, a little bit of yoga and some fresh veggies can actually turn your life around. You hydrate yourself, you bring plumpness back to those cells, and life begins to move around within you. Go to the gym. If you can't afford the gym, go on YouTube. You're already here. Find free workout videos. There's so many things in the Play Store that you can download that have to do with health, that redirect your mindset to say, you know what? I'm tired of chasing rainbows. Become one. Become the starlight that walks in the room and everyone goes, who's that? Then you pick and choose. Do I entertain you or do I say, shoo shoo? Because the choice is yours, and like I said, you are the company you keep. So when it boils down to it, isolate yourself, go into hermit mode, dig deep, understand what it is you're wanting in your life, and work hard to make that come to fruition. Because a lot of people are going to want to hold you back because they can't move forward. That has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them. They have to heal within themselves. They have to forgive themselves. They have to get to a point where they're brave enough to go, you know what? Even if you judge me, I want to apologize. I mean, we don't have to be friends. I just feel from my heart, I need to tell you, I'm sorry. And if people don't want to hear you in that aspect and you apologize truly from your heart, it doesn't matter if they hear you. You don't have to have somebody say, it's okay or all is forgiven, for you to know that you can change your behavior and move forward. It's all your life. It's your show. Do you always want to be waiting to be in the casting call of your show? Or you want to realize that you're the star and you write the script? Just go dive into those practices that connect you with a higher power so you can get out of playing small and being in the shadows and actually come to light. Choice really is yours. Sending you love and light. It's a very difficult journey, but don't give up. Good night.